So, if you're trying to find a wife or a long term relationship, then consider what I'm going to tell you in this video. Because what's really interesting to me when I hop on calls with guys is they don't really want to actually host events or build social circles. They just want a girlfriend, they just want a wife. And so, the problem with that is that, similar to your dream career or similar to your dream business, all great things in life, the greatest things in life, they don't just simply fall into your lap. Like they don't simply just happen by accident. And so when it comes to like winning the game of love or winning the game of dating, it's understandable that you just want a wife. You just want a girlfriend. You don't want to have to do all of this social circle stuff. You don't want to have to host an event. And the problem with that is that systemically and infrastructurally, you're just simply never going to be able to take the path that's going to actually get you the amazing result. It works on the law of equivalent exchange, right? The universe is never going to reward you with that wife that you're looking for until you become the man or the husband that she would want in the first place. And so, this graphic that I'm going to show you here today is going to kind of explain that, where basically you're waiting, for your wife to pop up out of nowhere and select you, where what you need to do first is put yourself in a position to be selectable. And so, what are most guys doing? If you take a look at this chart here, this is the social ladder most men will never climb. And let me know if this sounds familiar. You probably go to work and trade your time for some money, or you're busy with your business and it takes up 9, 10, 12 hours of your day. And then once that's said and done, you go home, you don't, or you're already at home, you don't have a ton of energy and you don't have a ton of momentum. Maybe if you're lucky, you make it to the gym so that you're not a total fat slob and out of shape. And you're going to then probably remember that you're lonely at the end of the day, or that you don't have a wife. And so what do? You're going to start swiping on apps. You're going to start swiping on Hinge. You're going to start, maybe even DMing girls on Instagram. But the problem is that they have no idea what your true value is in real life. You can try to communicate it through pictures and through your profile, but the reality is that the man that you actually are, she's never going to be able to actually see the full value of. And so you just get skipped over. And that's why you're not getting matches. That's why the matches that you get are not going to be your wife. Like if you continue doing that, you're going to go another 6 months, a year, or 2 years, and you're going to just be in the same spot. And then the weekend rolls around. Maybe you go out to the bars. Maybe you have a friend or two and you guys will go, drink some liquid courage and do some approaches. And then you're once again, looking at another text message that got left on read. You see, another empty calendar with no dates. You feel that lack of success and progress in your love life, where you have all the success in the world in your business or career. Your friend group is small, right? One or two people, maybe at the max. And then you just repeat this cycle week after week, month after month, year after year, the same way that you didn't build your business based off of just doing the same thing every week. You had to take risks, and you had to do some things that would scale you. So if you have limited dating options, if you have a weak network, I'm sorry to tell you this, man, but becoming the connector, becoming the host, becoming higher social value, becoming, more socially in position, it's not optional. Like it's not optional. So ask yourself, man, how bad do you really want that wife? Because you're just simply not doing what it's going to take to get her or get you there. So smart guys recognize this, right? If you wanted to get rich, or if you wanted to, build a business, then you knew that you're going to have to create a system. You knew that you're going to have to put in some work up front to delay gratification. And then once your business is successful, you enjoy that. It's the same thing with dating, right? The men that can actually, like Alex Hermosi would say in business, right? Those that are willing to work without seeing any sort of return are going to be the most successful. You have to do some work in the beginning that you're not going to get paid for. And then you enjoy the fruits of your labor at the end. And so that's why we, know that we need to be in social positioning, but what's the fastest path there, right? It's not going to be on apps. It's not going to be weekends at the bar. It's going to be turning on some sort of system, ideally a marketing system, digital marketing. Ideally, it's on something like Instagram, where everybody's already on their phone obsessing. And you can just basically force the function of exposure directly into their newsfeed. So we run these Instagram ads, right? And here's exactly the steps, right? Creating a group chat with everybody that replied to the ads, guys, girls, a whole bunch of individuals. And then you put together some sort of, container event. It could be a meetup at a bar. It could be rooftop. It could be at your house, right? If you have like a really nice house. And from there, like you're going to be able to actually just start like creating a system to predictably meet new people, but not just that, build up a reputation, put yourself in social positioning where your wife then wants to select and choose you. It's never going to happen if you don't have, this key attraction trigger, which is going to be the social positioning piece. So the opportunity that you deserve arrives once you earn it. Okay. All my guys out there that want to get a wife, anybody else that hops on a sales call, before you do, ask yourself, what have you done to deserve a fucking 10 out of 10 wife? Right? Like, aside from like building up your career, your business, and all of that stuff, like that's great. It's not enough, right? Like, that's just simply not enough. So, if you want the attractive women, you're going to need the powerful network. If you want social, if you want like a girlfriend, these women, for better or worse, won't stick around with you if you don't have some sort of social influence. And so that's what we're creating. The gap isn't getting lucky. The gap is strategy. So, hopefully that makes sense for you guys, man. Click the link below this video if you want to join my school community to give you trainings on this method. There's also a link to book a call with me and my team in case you want us to help you install my social funnel system to become maximally attractive. This way you actually can achieve finding a wife or getting a girlfriend. Because look at the results that you've gotten in the last couple weeks on the dating apps. Do you really think if you keep doing that, it's going to work in the end? Question is, the answer, is in your heart. Hit me up. I'm here to help you out. Brian out. Peace.